What is the next game? It's Huddersfield Town versus Arsenal. 2-1 for Arsenal, with 55% possession going to Huddersfield Town, 45 to Arsenal. 15 shots with 6 on goal for Huddersfield Town, 9 shots with 4 on target for the Gunners. Jacob, why wasn't this more of a comfortable win for Arsenal?
Well, obviously, Arsenal almost all the way across the field had a series of lackluster performances. I think aside from Koscielny in the back line, they didn't get a lot of help there. There wasn't a lot of organization. I think, if not for the somewhat early goal that Iwobi scored, I think it was like the 15th or 16th minute. This could have been a much more difficult game for Arsenal. They just really couldn't get going. They did convert a couple of their few chances, but looking at the stats anyway, Huddersfield dominated in almost all aspects of this game, which is a little bit surprising. Obviously, they had the bulk of the possession. They had the bulk of the chances. The difference really is just the caliber of squad, where like Arsenal were able to they only generated a few chances, but were able to take a couple of them. And Huddersfield, basically a day of near misses.
Like I said, Heimer, I don't know what he was doing on that. I think even when Iwobi scored that goal, he was like, that went in? Okay, I'll take it. Because just the way he didn't parry it out, let that basically his weak hands, unfortunately. Weakest, I guess. Mkhitaryan, though, going forward, I think is a guy that actually benefited. Like, Arsenal really benefited off of him coming back just in this game. Like, I think this was his first game back, period. Where, compared to Ramsey and Ozil, like, he's not, obviously, they have certain abilities that they're each are better at, but he just has a good way of just like finding lanes and like also getting out of the way and like creating opportunities for his teammates, but also finding space to where it just makes sense, I guess. I don't know how else to explain that. He's just a guy that just knows where to go like naturally. Ramsey at times is a little just sluggish and sometimes isn't there all the time. And then Ozil it doesn't feel like he's even on this team. But I think him going forward, I think Arsenal have something going forward with him and they're able to give some service to their strikers and their wingers. Shout out to Jonathan Hogg. Like I said in the match report, he had 5 tackles, 5 interceptions. Very influential as well with 96 touches. A guy that's been somewhat of he's not really a rock, I guess. He's just like a small, like a little, when you're walking on the sidewalk and there's a little hump, sometimes you trip on it. He's like kind of like that for this team, I guess.
All right, interesting analogy, but okay.
Because like sometimes like you don't really notice it, and like you're like, oh wow, I almost slipped. Punchin and Moy again, they need to find that balance. I think the best player for this team for Arsenal was Guendouzi again, but yeah, it was really surprising to see how we've seen other top 6 sides recently play against Huddersfield Town, and you see this Arsenal side, and they didn't seem like even like top 6 at all in this game, which was like really scary. I'm really concerned for Arsenal at the moment. I would be, just because like the injuries and stuff and who's going to score goals. Aubameyang was hurt for this game, so it's like, how is Emery going to answer to like all those questions? How is he going to be able to fill those positions, or maybe he has to change his style of game with the personnel change?